Welcome to New to This Week video for November 23rd. Still had to think about it. I can never think of the right date. We talked about it before we turned the camera on, too. I'm going to start off with the 06 protocol, or 06 if you would like to call it, but some protocol that's going on because I think we got the end of the world coming, or someone's being shot up, murdered, or whatever. I haven't read issue 1 yet. This is issue 2, but it's by Aftershock. It'll get looked at. We got Whatnot Publishing, Alpha Betas, issue number 2. I know that some people are going to be so happy for this, and others are going to start to hate life. But Frank Miller has started his own company. So right now we have the first book from it. Frank Miller presents Ancient Enemies, number 1. I don't think he's done this book because it actually looks good on the inside. I think this is just one of the books that are under his imprint, and it actually looks good. Don't worry, he's got one of his own coming out. We've got Bloodshot Unleashed, number 3. Bloodborne, number 3. One of the better-selling books in the past couple months. Creepshow, number 3. Constantly been selling out of 1s and 2s, been restocking them. This is a really good selling book. Dark Spaces, Wildfire, number 5. From IDW. And this seems like it's been late, or maybe it was on hiatus or whatever. The Department of Truth, number 22. It seemed like it's been a little while since it's come out. Yeah, but hey, it's out. Thank you, Mr. Tynan. The 4th. And this book's, I think, has been a little late, too. 8 Billion Genies, number 6. This seems like it's been...
It might be a little bit, but it ended an arc and started another.
Yeah, so yeah, you probably had a little thing there. Even though it's only an 8-issue series, so it ended an arc, and there's only 3... This is issue 6. But, yeah, it just seemed a little late. Charles Soule, though, doing a fantastic job on this book. I don't know what I'd do with my one wish. But it'd be for the betterment of humankind.
I don't think so.
We've got Eve, number 2. Children of the Moon. Fear of a Red Planet, number 1. I only know of one red planet, so maybe they're fearing Mars. Maybe not. But it's written by Mark Sable. He's written a few other Aftershock books worth giving a look at. And we've got Firepower, Volume 5, trade paperback. Heaven's Rejects, number 3, from Source Point Press. Hitomi, number 2. And we've got The Illusion Witch, book 5. Issue number 8 of the Image Anthology book. I think it's a 12 issue going on for a year. Starting to wrap up. I've heard some good things about this book on some stories, and some stories are just But that's like anything with an anthology book. We have Kamen Rider 01, number 1. Or Kamen Rider. Magic Order number 5. Got a lot of damages on this one, so probably next week before we have all the stuff that we'll have. We will be out of this book by actually right now. So we got Mindset number 5. Another Source Point Press book, issue number 1, called Mysterium: The Spectral Servant. Gonna give this book a try. Once Upon a Time at the End of the World, by Jason Aaron, Boom Studios. Good writer, teaming up with a decent independent publisher that's put out some great hits. So we may have another one on our hands. The Cullen Bunn, Parasomnia, number 4. I think he had a couple books out last week too. This guy's a workhorse. Postmasters, number 2. Brought this in for my friend Ross. He won't buy it, but he's a postman. All right, now here's what we're really looking for. The second issue, though, the second book from Frank Miller's new thing, and it's Frank Miller's Ronin, Book 2, number 1. I mean, just what we needed was another Ronin book. I don't think the first one was that great. Now we get a second. But hey, try it out. If you're a Frank Miller fan, we had a gentleman that came in on Sunday that was visiting, and he told me that he agrees with a lot of things I say, except stop picking on Frank Miller. So maybe he'll like it. We'll be able to discuss it.
You do remember saying that you're going to be nice this week because Thanksgiving, right?
I haven't been nice. I thought I've actually toned it back. Wait till Christmas comes. We got Sacrament, number 4. All right, I'll slow down, all right?
Sure you will.
Scorched, number 12. Siren's Gate, number 2. Star Wars Hyperspace Stories, number 3. Put out from Dark Horse. IDW no longer has a license. Dark Horse has the all-age books again. There's another great selling book from Boom Studios. For our Stuff of Nightmares, number 3. This book has just been constantly selling through, too. You got one for the graphic novel for the kids. Super Turbo Gets Caught. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Best of Leatherhead, one-shot. Vampires, one-shot. It said more of what it was on the invoice. I guess the cover just doesn't want it, but yeah, we'll call it Vampires, that's it. But I know it's got another title, but they didn't seem to able to fit it on there somewhere. But we're going to be nice.
Too late.
Hey, we've got the great Donny Cates, his book coming out called Vanish, issue number 3. Sometimes I wish that guy would just vanish.
But we're going to be nice.
And what's the furthest place from here? Number 8. This book's been a tad bit late also, but for the holidays, we've got a serving of what's the furthest place from here. Okay, I'm gonna go to the DC, and this is usually where I'm usually my nicest. So this is. This is the greatest thing ever. Kal-El has finally returned. Action Comics number 1049. Part 5 of him returning. Because we need a big story that hey, I'm home. You know. Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries. Issue number 2. Got some Poison Ivy, a little Batgirl action in there too. Batman Fortress number 7. This is actually, I don't know, a lot of people actually in this store like this book. So this sells better than a lot of the other Batman titles, and we know there's 47 of them. We've got Batman Gotham Knights Gilded City. I think this comes with some sort of a code for your video game or whatever. So if you're playing, need this. Batman the Audio Adventures, issue number 3. There's not a Batman coming up next. That's great. We've got the Dark Crisis. This is still continuing. I thought it ended. The Dark Army, number 1. Oh, Damian Wayne versus the Darkness. So we still have a Batman-related thing in here. DC versus Vampires, number 11. This is written by Tynan. I think he's the cousin to Tynan the Fourth. Because there's no 4 on here. This is so I think it's this thing, but it's been a great selling book. A lot of people have enjoyed it. Good job. Deathstroke, issue 15. Detective Comics 1066. Let me find the number here. Okay. Harley Quinn number 24. The Human Target, Book 9, from Tom King and Greg Smallwood. I have been told that this book is awesome. It should be read. It should be read by everybody.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Best book DC puts out.
And that's a high mark coming from the buff. That Punchline number 2. Now, Tim Drake Robin number 3. This cover would make me want to buy this book.
And the niceness continues.
And this book is written by Bruce Campbell. It's awesome. It's awesome. Everyone seems to like it. Sergeant Rock versus Army of the Dead. You can't go wrong with that. All right, so that's what we have for DC. Rather painless. No? All right, we'll try to do. Well, we're not going to do better with this because I've already seen a book that we're going to talk about later. When we end with an X-Men book, that's going to be a better ending for some of the crap you're going to see as we get to it. All right, so we got Alien number 3. Amazing Spider-Man number 14. Another fantastic cover by John Romita Jr. All Out Avengers number 3. I've enjoyed the first 2 issues of this book. This is a really cool cover. I like this cover. I haven't been reading it though. Avengers Forever number 11. Looks like it could be painful. And then we've got Daredevil number 5. Hopefully this is the end of the Defenders, issue number 5. All right, here we go. Here's a book that stores are going to have tons left on their shelves because people are just going to throw them back up in arms. We've got Doctor Strange number 1, Fall Sunrise. First of all, this cover would probably make nobody pick up the book and look inside it. But then when one does, and you get, say, maybe this, or you say maybe this, you get my drift? You get what we're talking about here? Garbage. We are going to get stuck with a bazillion of these. Unfortunately, we've already ordered issue 2, so you're going to get stuck with all of those too, because people are going to pick this book up and say, nope, don't want it. It's going back. Even though there was a Doctor Strange, my mistake is that I didn't pay attention to realize that Trad Moore was doing the writing and the drawing of this. One of the worst people in the history of comic books. I don't know where he learned how to draw. I mean, I can't draw. So don't, but this guy gets paid for this stuff. Someone paid this monkey to do this, all right? This guy is a meatball. Half the book has no words. So if you want to get through it real quick to read it, you should be able to get through it in about faster than a Walking Dead comic. Okay, I think there's less words in this book than there is a Walking Dead comic, and it's twice the size. There's a Heather Moore here that's working on it too. Maybe his wife, she does the coloring. Well, I can't fault her. She's coloring crap, so it still looks like crap. So, but I think both these people need to just pack it in, go home, find another job. This is garbage. I bet you the numbers from issue number 3, when they're ordered, will drop 80%. Stores are going to get stuck with this. Look at this cover. It's awful. It's awful. I've already showed it to a couple people, and they puked in their mouth. It's that bad. So I don't know. Again, people like this still keep on getting jobs. Well, there's actually talented artists out there that don't. I haven't seen Rick Leonardi's name on anything in a long time. This guy, Rick Leonardi has more talent in his pinky finger than this meatball has. So, I don't know, Marvel. You've screwed us again. I should have paid attention and saw the name and realized it was gonna be garbage. I mean, this is worse than garbage. This right here, if this was food, you get salmonella poisoning from it. Okay, or some sort of E. coli or something. I mean, you will die if you ate it if it was food. But hey, there's gonna be, you know who's gonna like this? Rand Hall. This will be Rand Hall. He actually did one of the New This Weeks with us before. This will be his type of art. He will love this. There'll be one person that's gonna want this book in the state of Massachusetts. There's probably gonna be 32 people in the world. Okay? But hey, pick it up. Don't listen to me. Make your own judgment. Now we'll get back to being nice. Fantastic Four, issue 52, facsimile edition. If you can't afford to get the first appearance of the Black Panther and would like to still have one in your collection, at least you've got this for $4. You can still get the story. Good read. Nice white pages too. You don't have to worry about ruining it. So there's an option. Janice Vell, Captain Marvel number 5. Midnight Suns number 3. We're not even going to touch this book. We're not even going to talk about this book. I've already trashed on Doctor Strange. We'll just go over this. We'll save it to next month when number 3 comes out. But we have Miracle Man issue number 2. Go find the video where we talked about issue number 1 and just insert that in here. Now here's a book. This cover is fantastic. Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 2, written by some guy named Taboo, or maybe drawn by Taboo. I don't know. Taboo and B. Earl. I don't know what it means. But this cover is great. You got a bear coming up out of the mountains here. Spider-Man's looking small, but then you open the inside and you get this. Not as bad as that Trad Moore crap, but still kind of garbagey. Yeah, cover's great. The rest of the book is deadly, and it's deadly for you who are reading it. Issue 1 was not that good. I will not be reading issue 2, but I do love the cover. All right, now we're gonna get some good stuff. We got Star Wars Revelations number 1. Star Wars Yoda number 1. Woohoo! We got Wolverine Patch, trade paperback. X-Force number 34. And we're going to finish it off, unfortunately, but, I mean, it's kind of a strong note compared to some of the stuff that was up earlier. X-Men number 17. Well, that's what we have. That's what we have this week for books. Some good stuff in there. Some stuff, well, you've heard it. So, I hope you guys all have a happy Thanksgiving. Have a safe holiday. I've enjoyed doing this again, and I'll be here next week.